Hi Coach, I'm Hannah, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how our clients have used this one marketing strategy to hit consistent 50K months in their coaching business. And so if you're someone who's doing all of the things, keeping all the balls in the air at six figures, I feel you. I know how much it can be to be launching marketing plans and keeping sales calls going and maybe growing your team and just the added pressure that maintaining six figures creates. We want to help you break through that plateau and get to $500,000 in revenue this year. Everything changes there. When I was able to get to this point, I bought my dream house, paid in full. I started working less hours. We're down to about 3.5 days a week at this point, and my husband and I have been able to take more off-the-grid vacations than ever. This is really about figuring out how to scale and get your life back. So I want to show you how our clients have moved past six figures into $500,000 in revenue with just this one simple marketing strategy we like to call demonstrations. Let me show you exactly how it works. This is what I mean when we talk about hosting a demonstration that helps you enroll groups of ideal clients and be enrolling nearly $150,000 from one event or another event, 73K. This is what's possible when you lead with demonstrations as a cornerstone of your marketing strategy. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I discovered this for myself, having been in this coaching industry for nearly 10 years, having worked with some of the biggest coaching companies and hundreds of individual coaches just getting started. In 2020, I started to notice a shift. Duh, we all did, right? And what I started noticing in the coaching industry was that there was no shortage of new coaches or new programs or platforms like Coursera and Mindvalley and Masterclasses that were giving away a lot of transformational information. And what became obvious to me is that there was a big difference between good coaches and good marketers. And I realized that most of the best coaches, the ones I was working with individually, were really good at what they did in their coaching practice, but they weren't getting the sort of traction or the sort of cohorts that they desired for their work. So I started to look at, well, what's working for these big companies and what's going to help these good coaches set themselves apart. And what I realized is that they needed to lead with their magic. They needed to actually demonstrate what makes them a true thought leader and not just rely on word of mouth or referrals or manifesting the opportunities to speak on some big stage or write a really big book. They just needed people to be in their magic. And I'm guessing if you're listening to this, you are one of those great coaches who just need more people to understand how good you are. And when you lead with your expertise, you become a magnet. So let's lean on actual results, the real work that you do for people, and leverage your zone of genius to rise above all this new coaching noise and still be in integrity. Because when I shared this with our client, Allison, transformation happened in her coaching business. As you can see, Allison, this is a little screenshot of her website. She has so many things going on. She's a speaker. She has a book. She has mini courses. She has a podcast. She was going live. She had a LinkedIn team helping her grow over there. She was hosting in-person events. She was hosting virtual events. She was doing challenges. She had a Facebook group, you name it. All the things you've also probably tried, Allison was doing. And when we inserted this demonstration strategy into her marketing funnel and her marketing strategy, this is when she started seeing waves of clients, 73K event, 150K event, and she's no longer worried about that next one client. But again, we're enrolling masses, and it's all from her zone of genius, from her showing up and coaching and actually doing the work that she has been put on this planet to do. So if you are tired of guessing and throwing spaghetti and doing all of those things I've mentioned, I feel you. You need something that's scalable, something that you aren't just going to do one time and then be super burnt out on and say, I'm never doing a challenge again, or something that helps you get a couple of clients, but not that big cash injection, not that big group of raving fans that you desire. And you want to leverage your zone of genius. You don't want to have to become a marketer or a copywriter or learn all of these things or get out of coaching. We want you to be in that zone of genius of coaching, inspiring, and impacting people. And that's what demonstrations are going to help you do. Because with demonstrations, you're going to get real engagement. We're going to know the people who actually want your value. We're going to be able to weed out the people who just think you have a cute shirt or want to be like you when they grow up, or I don't know, weird engagement that we can get when we're not focused and when we're not showing up as the magnets for what we really want. Because we're going to have qualified leads. We're going to talk about attracting an aligned audience and how to have them show up and have them understand how to keep taking actions that you want because of the reciprocity bias. So this is practically a universal law in my world now, much like the law of attraction. The reciprocity bias is real in that when we share a value, when we give something to people, they feel inspired to give back. They want more. They feel almost indebted to us. And so if we can be sharing in a strategic and an aligned way, you'll start to see how people just gravitate and start to be drawn into your programs and the next actions you want them to take. Inspired action. So we are anti-bro marketing sales tactics. We don't do any bait and switch or smoke and mirrors. This is all about being transparent and in integrity and letting people continue to opt into your world. Okay, this isn't about convincing or forcing. This is about inspiring, attracting, and pulling people into your world. And you're going to see how we do that. And when I break down the demonstrations. So I do need to say here with my good friend Taylor Swift that it is time to step into a new embodiment. So put your crown on because you are a queen CEO. If you're still with me, you are one of these great coaches. And we want you to get in your zone of genius, set down the heavy and hard marketing. We don't need to worry about the algorithm. We don't need to worry about overwhelming marketing tactics. This is about you stepping into your brilliance and starting to lean more on your gifts, not trying to become a marketer, right? So I'm going to give you the instructions and then we're going to walk through this step by step so you can see exactly how to start implementing demonstrations into your business and start having groups of clients show up ready to pay and play in your programs. First, we're going to grow an aligned audience. Then we're going to inspire people to actually show up. Then you are going to demonstrate your magic and lead with your zone of genius. And so finally, you can convert, right? That is the whole goal here, to help you convert real people into your programs with their credit card. So the first step here, this is all about getting aligned leads, because having an inconsistent lead flow, when we don't have new people coming in or we're just kind of manifesting, like wondering, like, when is this next opportunity going to land? When is the next client going to knock on my door? That pain, I know what it feels like to have those feast and famine sort of months and the unpredictability. So we want to make sure that you have consistent growth and they are the right people. Because I know what it's like to put a lot of work into launching something, again, where you like do all this work, you see some results, but it's like, how am I going to do this again? And so this is all about getting fresh eyeballs, fresh energy that resonate with you into your audience on repeat. So the first thing that we do here is we make sure that your personal brand and your business is aligned to your soul's blueprint. And we leverage human design to help us understand how you are uniquely designed to exchange energy with the world. And this right here is key, because you might be marketing yourself or sharing your value in a way that just isn't landing. And sometimes it's all about the positioning and sort of the nuanced ways that you present yourself. So we make sure we get outside of your head, outside of the box that you're inside of as a business owner, and start to show you how people actually want to engage with you. So we make sure that that's in place for your strategy. And then we also do strategic market research on your behalf to understand where your ideal clients are hanging out, so that then we can explore strategic growth activities for you to show up and shine and be in the right rooms, right? So some of the growth activities that we would likely recommend to you, based on our market research, is leveraging strategic partners. So who else can share your demonstration? Who else can promote this? You might have worked with joint venture partners in the past or had just your biz besties share. But the thing that we would likely be doing on your behalf is running ads so that you can be reaching new people on autopilot while you sleep. And we leverage our ads in a way that they pay for themselves. We love thinking about creating marketing opportunities from the overflow of your business. And then our nurture specialists work your leads. So these are not just $7 VAs that you've hired overseas before. These are like doctors who have been in the coaching industry, who know the pain points of people who need a coach and actually get into conversations as new people are joining your audience. And we invite them into your world. So easy yeses, easy opt-ins to get people to join your email list, join your Facebook group, or get connected with you on LinkedIn, because traffic is amazing and we're going to help you think about strategic growth activities. But then that next opt-in, that first easy yes, is going to be conducted by our nurture specialists who get them into your world. And when we did this with our client, Leslie, we helped her grow her Facebook group to now it's over 3,500 members, but we're hitting record numbers. And this all comes from sitting down, working with her, leveraging her unique blueprint and her unique goals, and making sure that her community is growing. This is not just followers. These are people who are already saying, yes, I want to be in this community. And what happened with Leslie with just more aligned audience growth was she hit not just her first 50K month, but now sees consistent 50K months and has been diversifying her offerings. So as you can see in the screenshot over here, she's leading a retreat while hitting 50K in the business because she has more and more people coming through her initial program so that she can diversify offers in the back end. This really is exponential growth. Now we want people to take more actions. We want them to actually show up to your magic. We want them to have an easy yes to attend and actually be on live or, conscious for your demonstration. And so often I see people trying to make big call to actions and inspire their people to book a sales call or buy their program, even just straight out of their Facebook group or straight off of their email list. And especially as female entrepreneurs, I do see this tendency in us to overgive and to promise a lot of things and to make a lot of things. Like we never run out of ideas or freebies or things that we can create. So here is where we want to make sure that people get the right solution and they know what the right next actions are to take. And they're not lost on your website. Like you saw Allison with like all these things. Where do I go? We want them to go to your demonstration. So this is where our nurture specialists hold their hand and make sure people go from interested new followers to then joining your Facebook group or joining your email list or getting connected in a deeper way. And then we ask them to opt in, say yes to the demonstration. We're going to talk about what they'll say yes to in a second. But I just want you to know that our team will make sure that there's an email sequence that educates and inspires your people to actually show up. We'll also make sure there are calendar reminders and even text messages so that, again, you are actually talking to a relevant audience, whether it's evergreen or live. And as you can see, having this team in place with Linda, I pitched her the idea for her demonstration, for her mindset webinar. And then our teammate, Nikki, wrote all of the words, all of the text messages, all of the emails so that, again, people knew what to do. But Linda, our client, wasn't the one like, now I have to make a sales page. Now I have to, don't worry about having to do all those things. This is what we do. And then Angela helped make the tech happen and made sure everything went out in a timely manner. And as you can see, Linda was able to show up and enroll 6 women from one demonstration. So this is how their team enrolled $48,000 after just their first demonstration. 6 clients with an 8K coaching program. Here was their 50K month just from one demonstration that they showed up and just taught, gave the content. We did all of the rest. So let's talk about demonstrating your magic. Because again, we want to make sure that people actually feel something. They have some experience with you that's above and beyond just gobbling up your free content. We all know the freebie hoarders, right? The ones who just take all the free things or even the low ticket things, but they don't actually take the right action. So here's where we put your magic into action. This is not just about giving out great value. This is also about being in that receptive mode and making sure that there's an opportunity for even more after the demonstration. So the intention here is to give people a breakthrough. Okay. We want them to have the breakthrough. This is the one you want to give them. I need to hire her. Okay. Think about your demonstration being like a opportunity to help lead people to that awareness on their own. Stop trying to convince them in your content that they need a mentor. Let them have this experience. Life experience teaches in really big ways. So what we do here is we identify the resistance and we start to sand it down. So think about this for you. Why do most people not want to work with you? Is it money? Is it time? What are those objections? Because if we can give them a breakthrough in money or productivity or mindset or even just self-belief, then we get a whole lot easier sales conversation, right? So let's make sure their mindset is in the right place. Who do they need to become to say yes to you? Focus on making them ideal clients in your demonstration. Give them this breakthrough, offer some mindset transformation. So think about asking them to take actions that don't feel like, go join my program. Here are some examples of demonstrations that have worked for our clients. Leslie hosts a monthly healthy hypnosis hour where for the first 30 minutes, she educates them on how hypnosis works. Then she moves them through an actual hypnosis session. And then at the end, she has them journal on what they learned and what they want next. She has them feel a real experience of her work, hypnosis, and then it's their idea to journal about more and next once they're in that vortex, once they're in that energy of transformation. So for you taking that idea, you might think about using the first module of your program as a demonstration. Because if you're a coach who has a program that works, I am going to guess that you have a module about mindset, probably at the beginning of your program. Can you use that and give that to your clients even before they become a client? They're going to be way better clients. But again, it's about helping them become ideal clients. So if that's you and you have a mindset module, think about that being your demonstration. Another client, Brooke, has given out actual breathwork sessions. So breathwork is just one of the tools that she uses with her clients, and she knows people are interested in it, may not have done it before. So she does free breathwork sessions, and then at the end, there's a reflection and a sharing and a calling in sort of ceremony where, again, people set a new intention, create a new goal for themselves, which is then the thing that she can coach them on making happen. Another one of our clients, Kelsey, does live coaching. She opens up her Zoom room and she does live Q&As. She calls it a free-for-all. And people come in and they ask that surface level question, that thing that's bothering them about sleeping through the night or losing 10 pounds or having enough energy to be a good parent. They get amazing coaching from her. She trusts her intuition. And then there's an email follow-up sequence that invites people to take the right next step. Get more of this now that you've had a breakthrough with Kelsey. My personal favorite is an open house. So as a marketer, we have lots of strategies and tactics, and I just show them all to you, just like this. I walk people through exactly how we do things for clients, how we get results. I show it all to them like an open house. This also works for dance studios when it's like, bring a friend, open house, come and experience our dance class. That's the sort of energy that you want to bring into your demonstration. Give them a free class, give them a result. Don't try to do bait and switch webinars that end up feeling and being a hard pitch. Your people are smarter than that. Give them an actual breakthrough, which will be, I need to hire her. And this is my Dawn Draper zone of genius. I am expert at finding, what is that resistance and what do we need to sand down for your clients. And then once we get them on the call, again, if you're following all of these steps, you're probably wondering, well, then what is my call to action? If I give a ton of value, what do I ask them to do? Well, this is where we say things like, if you want to know how to implement, or you want to see how or if this will work for you, then you book a call. Then you join the course. Then you talk to our sales representative, right? So creating this sort of apply energy is really critical to this feminine energy demonstration strategy. So ask them to apply, because that sets them up for step number 4, which is going to be converting from your sales calls. So this is how Nick got 20 sales calls booked in 1 hour. She did her demonstration and then she asked people to apply. Nick ran a career session where she gave a bunch of information on how to prepare for their next interview. Now, what happened, though, she needed people to be ready to actually go out and do interviews as a career coach. But what happened is that she did that demonstration, then people realized, well, I don't actually have an interview, right? We created that gap. And then 20 people booked a call after her session and said, okay, I got a lot out of your demonstration about interviews, but I need more from you as my career coach. 20 calls, 1 hour, one-to-many demonstrations, again, bringing in those waves of clients so that you can convert. Great. So if you have followed all of these steps, then you are showing up to much more aligned sales calls. Because remember, they have opted in. They have told you yes all along the way. This is ethical marketing, right? So we're pulling people in. They're pre-enrolling themselves. We're leveraging this application process. And then we get to advocate for people. So a couple of the things that you can start implementing now on your sales calls is to ask them, why is now the right time? Again, have them sell you on this. Why are they going to be a great client? Ask that question and then let them lead the sales call as far as, I will experience this from your demonstration. I had this breakthrough. Explore their breakthrough and ask them, why is now the right time? This is a total paradigm shift from a lot of the sales scripts you might have been taught. Let them lead this part of the sales call. And then this is something I want you to take action on now. Use this line. So when you get to the end of the sales call, they know a lot about you. They're telling you why now is the right time and why they're ready for this next breakthrough with you. So lean into the camera and say, so should we do this? Are you ready to get started? So should we do this? Are you ready? That, again, is giving them their power. This is ethical selling. This is pull marketing. This is feminine energy doing the enrollment for you. And again, if you followed all of these steps, you're going to see lots of people coming to you. This is how Tavia booked 4 sales calls in 1 week and have people paying her in full. It's easy to enroll once you follow this. And this is one of my favorites. This is how Nikki got her life back. Yes, she's celebrating 3 new clients, but more so the fact that she's doing something that she loves. She's in integrity. She's in her zone of genius. People are coming to her. It feels good to sell and have 3 new clients in a week, but she's also free. She's not hitting the DMs or hustling or trying to figure out landing pages and what webinar to record. She's playing in waterfalls in the Northwoods. And this is what I want for you as well, to see these consistent enrollments and get your life back. Okay, so if all of that is sounding amazing and you're thinking, yes, I would love to make enrollments easier, I would love to have groups of clients, I would love to get to that $500,000 in revenue this year, then you really have 2 options in how to implement next. The first option is for those of you who aren't really in a hurry and are happy to test out some things and experiment on your own in figuring out what your demonstration can be. Go ahead, take action. But if you're someone who needs to scale like yesterday and do not want to take on a second job figuring this out, then my team would love to chat. We may be able to help you. And I'll be honest, I typically only do strategy sessions with our paying clients, the ones that we've crawled into their business and we're actually implementing for. But because I know how important your message is, and I know that you are committed to getting the word out there, but you need to get energy, time, and your sparkle back, this is why we've opened up some strategy sessions for those of you who are serious. So if you are interested in learning about if this can work for you and how we can help you, then go ahead and apply. Click the link below and we will sit down and explore the options. You'll talk to either me or someone from my team who's helped our clients go to $500,000 in revenue, and we'll start to map out your demonstration marketing plan and get you back into your zone of genius, scaling your business, and getting your life back. Click the link below and we'll connect soon.